This is a really incredible time in history. People are wondering what to do. And what we're going to talk about today is the divine urge. But to get in touch with the divine urge, we also need to do a little bit of meditating to get in touch with the deep truth of who we are. Okay? So, we're going to start with meditation. And the meditation is sit comfortably and repeat the mantra. I put it over my forehead just for a moment. Yoda in breath, hey on the out breath. Wah and the in breath, hey on the out breath. Yod from the base to the heart, hey out to the heart. Wah from the base to the third eye and hey out to the heart. And we just keep repeating that till our mind is quiet, and then we let go of it and be in meditation. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to just start and let the energy come through my eyes into you. It's very traditional that literally a piece of my soul goes into you, a piece of my soul energy. When we burn karma, and if you're ready, the Kundalini can awake. And if it's already awakened, it's going to amplify that energy. So all these things are going on. And the more we meditate, the more we create a peaceful world mind. That's really important. So we're going to start. Just focus on this energy coming through. We'll meditate for about 8 minutes. And now we're into meditation.
You slowly come out of meditation.
The divine urge. I was giving an interview today about my book. Most of you know it. Into the Nothing. And the program was the law of attraction that I was speaking on. And it was interesting because it was also taking place where I grew up. Make it more interesting. And what I looked at, what I got in touch with is, what's the driving force in my life? It is the law of attraction. The law of attraction for God. The divine urge. That's what it is. It's not the usual law of attraction. It's the law of attraction for God. And from being 1 year old, where I actually had TB in 1943, that's a death sentence. But my mom put a lot of energy in, I survived. And all my experiences in life, I began having visions of figures in white when I was 8, and playing football. I would go into ecstatic states. One of the reasons I loved to play football in high school and in college is I would go into these ecstatic states, the power of the divine urge. Then, football season ended. What now? How can I express the divine urge? How can I have that experience of the divine which dwells within myself? And I always think of this very funny story, true story, of this person who did all these extreme things. He was a cyclist racer, and then he was a mountain climber, but things wore off. Then he went into skydiving. One day, his chute didn't open quite right, and he broke both his legs. And he said there must be an easier way of doing it. And that easier way of doing it really is what he discovered, and also what I discovered, is meditation. So there was a way to fulfill, ending my physical activity to have those experiences, to fulfill that divine urge to connect and merge with God through meditation, and really through prayer too, but really through meditation. And that then became a way I would organize my life. Now think about that, what I just said. I would organize my life around that, and that involved the 6 foundations, 7-fold peace. I'm just going to mention them. 6 foundations is a 100% plant-based vegan diet, at least from 80%, for me it's like 99%, but 80% raw food. Second foundation, yoga, asana, breathing exercises, pranayama. Could be Tai Chi, sacred dance, which I love to do. Third is service and charity, and here we are with programs in at least 13 countries, over 100 programs. It's Africa, 5 countries in Africa, and US, and Native Americans, and lots of programs in Mexico, and on and on and on. Honduras. So, okay, service and charity. Next, working with a spiritual teacher. For me, I had my 7 years with Swami Muktananda, 11 years with Swami Prakashananda, and the key is, in essence, those are divine marriages, spiritual marriages. We're not talking sexual, we're talking spiritual marriages. That's key, and now I'm playing that role, and that's fine. Spiritual marriage, supporting people in their liberation process, very, very important. The 5th is as much meditation and prayer and repeating the name of God as possible. And the 6th is Haniha Shaktipat, which is what we just did. And then the sevenfold peace, peace with the body, which we talked about, peace with the mind, meditation, peace with the family, sacred relationships, the mystery of relationship as a path to spiritual awakening, where you go into the nothing. You jump into the unknown and you realize the truth is we have never been in control. It's never going to be safe, but in sacred relationship, we create the space of some level of trust so we can evolve spiritually, and that interaction helps us. Then, peace with the community. And today, that's a lot of work. And actually, very, very important principle here. We must do everything in our power not to have the community interfere with our relationship with God. Just think about what I'm saying. You're going to get to read between the lines, because we have so much things happening in our societies around the world, that can affect our mental functioning, our physical functioning, and things are going on which potentially can even kill us, but certainly debilitate us. And you can read between the lines what I'm talking about, but it isn't just things like vaccines, it's really a bigger picture. And the key guidance is nothing should ever subjugate our urge for the divine in our lives. Okay, and then we have peace with all cultures, what Native Americans call Omadakyasan, peace with the living planet, peace with the plant people, peace with the walking, talking, flying ones, and peace with all the human cultures. Okay, and then we have sacred ecology, where we know we're one with the living planet, and peace with God. The key principle is, it is our sacred responsibility to not submit to anything that undermines the divine urge, that undermines our connection with God. And if you're unhealthy, and if you're sick, or if you're, you're dead, that undermines the evolutionary process, which is the primal urge, deeper than the death urge, deeper than the sex urge. It's the primal urge. And it's our responsibility as human beings to release why we're put on the planet, which is to wake up spiritually, and have that urge for the divine that can take us back to God. May you be blessed that you're able to resist anything that gets in the way of that divine urge. I'm also going to mention, as the divine urge has taken me here to Israel, that we are taking a little break. We'll call it a winter break. This will be my last meditation and talk like this. We will emerge into some different form after the new year, where there will be some sort of webinar on a weekly basis, going in depth, and including the meditations, the Shaktipat Haniha meditations. So this is our last one until after January 1st. So I want to bless everyone who's listened. I want you, hopefully, to bless you with the power to feel the divine urge and act on it in a way where you don't let anything diminish it and diminish your connection with the divine. Peace be with you. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Adakyasan. Aho.